So we're against Praxis mid-range. I think this matchup's fine. I think there are draws that both players have that the other player can't beat. One thing to note is he doesn't play any copies of Purify, which I think is a plus for us. I'm only really scared of his Titan. I think I can beat everything else. My Wasp will be great. Whenever my opponent accepts. I'll take a look at what I'm being sent later. I start playing the game late, but I'm not scared of his deck early. Top 8 starts right now, boys. Let's go. So I think we keep this hand. It's a little bit risky. Alright, power in hand. I'm literally just taking as simple notes as I can.
Time quickens.
Alright, that's the start he needs. This is not the start we want then. We know he has 8 power in hand. Hurt is triple triple, and that's worth keeping in mind. I can cross that out. These have to go get Shadow, both of them. No fast spell. So no Torch, and I think that's all of his options. Torch, yeah, that's his only fast spell he has access to in his list. So we know there's no Torches. That'll help the Aeons. What are we looking to draw? Seeka's not awful. I'll just go grab a Shadow Sigil. It's that much better on the play, and maybe I should have molded it, but I think this was fine. Purely because we have bits and pieces of everything we need. It might not be perfect, but it's something. I may need to slay his Titan. Ooh, why are we having that problem? I'm not scared of Dawnwalker, and that's better than him playing like Shatterglass Mage. Again, no Torch. I think now I'm definitely gonna burn a slay now that I know I have another. I would have liked to cycle this Seek, but I don't have the opportunity to. I need to get this depleted sigil down. I have so many powerful cards in hand. The only thing that's stopping us right now is our power constraints. Alright, so he has a power. So we go get a Time Sigil. Sorry, we go get a Justice Sigil, and we just run out of Titan, I think. I could just block, but I think this eating 6 damage is fine. If he has like double Obliterate, he should have pointed one at my face already. We know one of the cards in hand is power. He likely drew the Carnosaur. So he has to kill this. I think it's a no-brainer. So I got a 7. So my best draw is undepleted power. And that keeps me alive. Alright. If you have burn, I'm gonna die. I know he hasn't had a torch, but if you have obliterate, I'm dead. Otherwise, maybe I stabilize off Aeons. Like if he's just on power, for example. He's not on power, so I don't think we can stabilize. I'm going to ignore that, and we're stuck on power. Alright, let's try that again. I think that hand was still a keep, even though it was a slow hand. And my opponent just had the type of curve that he needed. So we're down one game. This is the best of 5, so you need to win 3 times. I don't like hands like this. I just don't tend to keep them, regardless if they're correct or not. This hand might be worse, though, is the problem. There's no draw step that lets me play like a scribe onto, so it doesn't matter how I lead. We do have double shadow, we have our influence, which is good. We're just on a very bad hand. Another issue is we are going to start playing on 4, most likely. I have no information about his hand. I guess that could be worse. Play the banner over the sigil, because if we draw a undepleted power at some point, they're still fine. What do I want him to play here? Not a Temple Scribe. Well, it's fine, because I don't have to play the Valk Enforcer. I'm looking for one of my 3 drops that's not Valk Enforcer, I guess. What else could I be looking for? Undepleted power, I'll just play Obelisk into Macdo, which is fine. One of us got a slow hand, and I think we have a bad one. What if I'm supposed to run this out? I think I am. The silence effect isn't overly valuable, and I need to make the Obelisk do something. Yeah, drawing triple Obelisk here is bad. This is where I wish they were harsh rules, but if they were harsh rules, this hand is still not good. If he's gonna burn a torch here and not play a Titan, this is good. Obviously, if he just downmarkers me, it feels bad. I think if I'm not under pressure, I might wait till Macdo is a 7/7 when I play it, so play Obelisk plus Obelisk. There's a sigil. Now I'm gonna get Macdo in play. If he kills this one, it's fine. He doesn't have that much pressure on board. He doesn't play Obelisk, right? No.
Step back.
Displacer. You have not drawn well. I take 4. If he just goes like Carnosaur here next turn, like we're just going to lose. And he probably has at least a Carnosaur or a Heart in hand. I guess he could have Shadow Glass Mage too. That makes next turn better. I don't think it's good this turn. And I don't think there's an argument to playing an Obelisk there. I'm gonna block the biggest thing, and if he has Torch, which he does, it's fine. He could also just Heart of the Vault. I got a Torch out of his hand. Unless he plays Power plus Heart, which in that case would be a misplay, because he could have just had 1 extra point on my face. Then he's not playing a 6-drop, which is important. So undepleted power is good, because Obelisk. Titan is fine. I don't think he has Obliterate. I don't think he has a Carnosaur either. And I don't think he has a Heart. Okay, so he has 2 power in hand. So now we know what's in his hand. He's on junk. If he has Torch here and gives me most of his board, that's fine. Next time we could just play Obelisk plus AN. Oh boy, like spikes. This seems like another one of those situations where, like in game 1 I drew awfully, and in game 2 he drew Seek that turn, so he's on nothing again. If I just play Obelisk, I play AN. If I draw Power, I'll have +4/+4 on all my dudes. So I might just play double Obelisk, but that would be wrong, actually. Scribe is good. I think it's better than playing AN, just because hitting the power is good. I think I'd rather play this than AN next turn and then give my team +4/+4. One nice thing about this is that you can't Obliterate or Carnosaur this. So this Titan is close enough to invincible. Sure, more power. We know he's drawing these, So I assume his hand is just straight power. And boom, boom. Attack you for a lot. When the obelisks are good, here, like in this position where I had the time to play the obelisk, they're just gonna win me this game by themselves. Yeah. Now we get to board. What seems bad? What do my banishes kill? Including what he could bring in. Groundbreaker, Scorpion Wasp, Healer's Cloak, Infinite Hourglass, Titan, Diago, Dawnwalker, Champion, and then crap. I don't need Reality Wardens. I don't like Stand Together, I think Protect is better. Plus it can protect my face. I don't think this is good, especially since he's the one who's going to have issues with Obelisk. I don't think I need multiple Mystics, but they're really good. I don't need Healer. I don't particularly like Wasp, but Annihilate, what does Annihilate hit? Annihilate hits, of note, Dawnwalker, Displacer, Titan, and Carnosaur, and Groundbreaker post board. I'm not big into them. I think they are weaker than Scorpion Wasp. And then my last two cuts, I think I could cut 2 Obelisk. I could also just play 2 Mystics, and that's probably better. It's a matchup that if I start having the tempo, I'm just going to win. I think I'm happy with this board plan. I don't really know what he brought in. He could have brought Shadow Glasses in, which is fine. I don't really care about my Obelisk, but Shadow Glass is a super good card in practice, in my opinion. This is one of those bad Obelisk hands. We're also going second. I do wish Obelisk was harsh rule in this matchup, I think, but it's still fine. 10 isn't awful. On the way is not the worst draw because we don't actually have our power lined up, and like it's better than us just doing nothing. But I don't know if I'd rather just draw power for the next 2 turns. I guess this lets me draw a actual card. Him telling me he let on Amber Monument tells me his hand is probably quite weak. He needs power, and he hasn't shown me a fire influence either. Okay, Amber Acolyte's not really relevant. I suspect he probably had to draw the Amber Acolyte that turn, or the power, one of the two. I think Templar Scribe, because we have next turn's power, is better than the Find the Way. The second Find the Way is not good though. I'd rather raw power now, because I want to curve out. I wonder if next turn I just play Obelisk. I think so. I don't need to hold up Protect yet. I'll easily make this trade. It's about saving my life total. I have a better late game, in my opinion. So Titan is a little bit bad. I think I want to Find the Way and search up a power and play the depleted one this turn. Now the question is, do I want to play Obelisk next turn and leave up Protect for my Macto, which is probably the right thing to do. But let's see how much of a clock he puts me under. Us starting playing the game on turn 5 is really bad.
It's written right here.
Scribe is not enough to make me fret, I think is the phrase. Dawnwalker is good. Do I have a depleted power to play? No. Do I leave up Protect? I think so. I think I just silence here. I don't know if I'm gonna protect this if he obliterates it. I'm not gonna put the thought into it if it's not gonna happen. There's 4 obliterates, 3 torches that kill this. Sorry, 4 torches. I don't know if torch is still in his list. I take 10 here. I think that's correct though. And just hope his follow-up isn't amazing. Oh, I keep getting soul hands. I think I was still supposed to not protect that turn. I think I am just dead no matter what though. I'm gonna let him see the line.
Step back.
I'm just dead either way. Keep drawing soul hands. Alright, we're 1 and 2. I'm gonna go back to the board. I wonder if I want Obelisk at all in this matchup. Or if I want Combo Healer. I'm thinking about it. Let's go look at my full list. Maybe I want Annihilates. I think I want Annihilate over 2 of them. I know I have 3. I think I just want 2. Alright, so we need to win the next 2 games. Otherwise, we're out. No, we're on the play though, which is nice. I don't love Obelisk in this matchup. This hand's really interesting. It has some good cards, but you're really trying to get to like the Titan range, but I can deal with some early ramp. I think this hand is fine, in quotation marks. We don't have a second shadow source, which kind of sucks. That's not a draw I love, but it's not awful. Next turn I could just grab it a sigil, and that gives me 2 turns of undepleted sigils. I'm gonna Desert Marshal that though. I don't want him to have cards. I think that's very important in this situation. Because I have more card advantage than him. If he attacks, I think I'm supposed to block. But I guess would I rather get in for 2 or take 1? The answer is probably get in for 2. I can also block something more important. He has a torch. Good to know. Probably gonna just play Seraph plus depleted power here. Although I could just do this. Grab my second shadow, play this. Silence this and do nothing. Because I know he has torch, these guys are now less useful, so I kind of want to just block. And I'm doing it main phase. Just in case there's a scenario I don't play around. Like, he could be in a situation where these down markers are so important that he torches one in response. We have no information about him having power. Titan is what he's looking for. Not exactly what we're looking for. We're taking 5. We haven't found any slays, like any of these games. Except I think the game we won is the only one we found slay. Just gotta take 5. So we have information that 1 card in his hand is torch. He has no other sigils. Double tight. Make an owl. Is there anything that stops me? No, we'll just annihilate later. So I block, and I get sad about certain things, like him having a Carnosaur. I need him not to have a 6-drop. That's the reality. Right off the top. Sure. So if he attacks, I block. I double block one and I annihilate the other. Opponent's really good at drawing good Fraxis cards. Okay, we'll just annihilate one. The ability to double block plus annihilate, so I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna play the power for Seraph. I think I'm gonna make him use his torch basically. I knew he had a power in hand. Wasn't any new information. Displacer is awful for us. I don't care what he bounces. It's the whole thing that he is bouncing. Kill is 5/6. Taking at least 6 this turn. The question is, do I want to block the friendly list to pull the torch out of his hand? I think I'm supposed to. That was a bad attack. So he needed to attack here. He has torch, unless he has a 3-drop he wants to play, which he probably does.
You cannot put out the light.
Sure. We're not winning this match. I think my opponent has drawn extremely well. And we have done something other than draw extremely well. Block, block, block here. Makes him so he has to choose what he wants to torch. He either kills both my 4/4 and my 3/4, or I gain life. He's choosing life. So I got a 5. If he has Obliterate, I'm dead. Which I couldn't beat anyways. So I think I've put myself in the best position so far during this match to win. Jeez, third Dawnwalker is crazy good.
It's written right here.
I don't know what I'm trying to draw to. Slay that. If you have a torch, I couldn't win anyway, so I'm supposed to take the value block in my opinion. Here comes Heart of the Vault. In 3. Is that Dawnwalker number 4? This Dawnwalker number 4. Alright, we're gonna play the Ascendant.
Your power flows through.
I don't think we can win this match anymore. Alright guys, so we've been knocked out. We lost in the quarterfinals today. I don't think there was a way we could have played these matches to actually win these games.